What's going on, guys? Dad Dash Industries back here with a deep dive into the numbers. You've watched the video, you've seen the all the stuff, and now we're going to kind of dig deeper into these numbers. Take a look at each order and really analyze it and see what made sense, what didn't, and then how the final stats turned out. So, as you know, we started out with the famous order there for Tacos Carlito, which was an order from a Mexican place in the mall there that I always normally start my shifts at. And we took a risk on this one. We took a $6.25 order, hoping there would be more, and boy was there ever. So there was $2.25 base pay as I anticipated, a $6 cash tip, and a $7.50 in-app tip. So it was a total of $13.50 for the tip, and turned into a $15.75 order. So an excellent way to start it out. Now, those miles, as you know, included the commute into the area, so that we covered the commute completely. Ended up at $1.05 per mile, and we ended up at a 6.65% miles to pay ratio. Kept that under 10%. That's always good, and a $35 projected hourly. So really good there. The only negative for the order was the wait time, which was 14 minutes. And we started off with a wait, ended with a wait. In between, the wait times were definitely within the range that we want them to be at. So following that order, as you know, there was a lot of confusion about what orders to take. I had accepted an Uber order, and I ended up going with a DoorDash order for $19.25. But it started out as $13 with a $6 add-on, $13.25 with a $6 add-on, and we ended up with a fantastic order here. It was a $5.50 base pay, $17.50 tip, for a total of $23 for 10 miles. So that was an excellent order. $2.30 miles to pay ratio, miles to dollars ratio, and we ended up with a 33-minute order with a $41.82 hourly pay. So two excellent orders to start the night out with. Wait time was only 4 minutes, and that was picking up two orders at the same restaurant, so it ended up really being good. Now, we ended that order and picked up what was supposed to be a stack order, which I separated and picked the higher of the two, which was Cracker Barrel, going for $10.95. And we ended up with a little bit of extra money there. So that ended up being $12.56. I think that was done because of customer service, because we got the food there early and warm. 9 miles traveled, $1.40 miles per dollar ratio, and a 31-minute order for $24.31 projected hourly, and a 3-minute wait time. So everything was solid on that order. Next, we finally got Grubhub in the mix on the next order, and Grubhub hit us up with $12.11 with a $5.04 base pay, $7.07 tip, and a 5-mile order. So a really solid miles to pay ratio there, and ended up with a $2.42 miles to pay ratio. Really solid. Ended up with a 2.88% miles to pay ratio, almost the best of the night, and a $29.06 hourly projected hourly rate. And also, we were right on the borderline, but we only ended up with a 5-minute wait, so it stayed within the 5-minute wait time that we're looking to have on all of our orders. So really good order. Now, next was the famous stack order where I got tip baited, and this order showed up as a $21 and some change order. The video has the amount in there. I can't remember off the top of my head. Obviously, if we add those two together, it'll show us what it is. So I think it was like $21.38 order, I believe is what it was. So first order was a sheets order, and you can see this was not. Neither of these ended up really being great orders on their own, but it ended up going 11 miles. $6.95 was what the final was. $2.95 plus $4. And then we ended up with a 77-cent actual mileage cost 11.05% miles to pay ratio. So that tells you that that order did not make sense right there. That was over the 10% threshold. So number one tells you bad. 63 cent miles per dollar ratio. And we had a $13.45 projected hourly rate, and there was a 4-minute wait time on it. So the second part of that order ended up being tropical smoothie. As you know, I pick up all these stats after I drop off the first order. So we ended up with a 3-mile order for $9.55. This is where the tip baiting took place, as I lost almost $5 to this order. Now, I don't know why that occurred, because the order was dropped off on time. I was in communication constantly with the customer, so I don't know what happened there. Miles to pay was still okay, 2.19%. It was a $57.30 projected hourly, because there was only a 10-minute order, and there was a 2-minute wait time. So some of the foundations of that order are not terrible, but it still is very disappointing to see an order drop almost $5. And by Uber sending me an order for McDonald's for $14.06. Now, they did not tip bait me here, but Uber paid a majority of the base, and this ended up being a big problem because the order ran into several Uber drivers who did not want to deliver this order. They did not want to come inside the McDonald's. It ended up costing me 13 miles for $14. I went back to the same exact house as where I was just at. It was $1.08 miles per dollar ratio, $6.45% miles to pay ratio, and it was a 30-minute order for a projected hourly of $28.12. The big issue on this order was the wait time, and that's because I had to wait for them to re-prepare the order, because the order was 2 hours late. And I got a $2 tip. So you can see that same household gave me a $2 and a $2 tip. I really hoped they were going to give me a little something extra, so I went the extra mile, stayed in communication, but it didn't happen. So overall shift stats. We drove 66 miles. We had $38.30 total base pay. We had $6 in cash tips, even though that's under peak pay. $49.68 in tips that were in the app. We had total pay for the evening was $93.98. We missed the $100 by $6.02. When we started out, I was supposed to be off by 8:30. I ended up working an extra hour. We had a goal of $65 for the night, and we well exceeded that. And then we ended up doing 7 total deliveries for the evening, and we had an outstanding hourly of $26.72. That is not delivery hours, that's actual hourly, so it was over $25 an hour. Our delivery hours were $30.15. So from an hourly gross revenue perspective, it was right where we wanted it to be. We worked 211 minutes, or 3.52 hours. So basically 3.5 hours. Worked an extra hour. And we delivered 187 minutes, which is basically about 3 hours and 7 minutes. So not bad. The wait time, though, the waits at the beginning and the end ended up throwing this average off. So the wait times were a bit high. Our average per order was very, very nice. $13.43 per order, 45 cents per minute. So excellent there. Average tips per mile were at 75 cents. So that was excellent, excellent, excellent. And our average miles per dash was under 10 miles at 9.43. And like I said, it was overall a very good shift, even though we had the tip baiting that happened. It was not bad at all. So our actual mileage cost for the shift was only $4.61, which isn't bad at all. And the actual take-home pay on this shift was the following. And this is kind of interesting because you see I didn't drive a lot of miles, so we ended up paying a lot of taxes. So $72.68 was the net take home after we took out miles and the actual cost of gas. We walked away with $68.08 of our $93 that we made, and we paid a actual tax rate of 23%. So you can see we gave a lot more in taxes because we didn't drive as many miles. Now, like I said, this is not meant to be represent any type of actual tax advice. This is my own calculations based on my own research, but I do believe it's very close to what is proper tax amounts for each of these categories you see there. As always, if you are interested in these sheets so you can keep track, dad-13@gmail.com. No cost. Only ask you to subscribe to the channel. Even if you don't subscribe to the channel, you will still get them if you email me and ask for them, and I will email them back to you in Google Sheets format. So Google Sheets format. I also have them in numbers format as well. Alright guys, well, I appreciate you watching today. Please subscribe. I would really appreciate the subscription. Subscribe. Hit that subscribe button down below, guys. Hit the like button. Also turn on notifications. There's going to be lots more content coming your way. Lots more dad dash-alongs. Lots more videos. Videos discussing how to, all aspects of running a gig business. So please, subscribe, hit the notification buttons, make sure they're turned on, and also give this video a like or dislike, whatever you prefer. And also leave me a comment. Alright guys, I really appreciate you watching, and I will talk to you soon. Keep dashing, and thanks for watching.